Welcome back to Dallas DIY. Today we're doing a headlight assembly replacement. See this here, pretty clogged up over the years. It was an attempted repair that did not go so well, so we've got a new assembly. We're going to plug it in. Hopefully get it nice and clear like this one. But you can obviously see this one's very cloudy, scratched up, and just needs to be replaced. We are going to be keeping the remaining bulbs. We're not replacing any bulbs. We're just going to connect the existing bulbs into the new headlight assembly. Okay, first things first. Right where you loosen up the lever to open up your hood, you got to pop out these pull tabs right here. So I got a flathead screwdriver. I'm going to go ahead and pop those out. And there's a whole bunch of these little tabs you got to pop out throughout this process. It's going to take some finesse over and over and over again. So it seems like I'm struggling. It's just part of the process. Okay, our next step is going to be to get this front bumper cover loosened up here. You can see some more tabs. This is a Phillips head right here. Again, same thing on this side. Phillips head, pull tab. So I'm going to go ahead and do the Phillips head. I this with a power light, but it's just now. I'll see you if I Okay, next I'm going to do these Phillips head here. Got some additional pull tabs in the middle. All right, so our next steps are actually going to be underneath the bumper. You can actually see pretty clearly there how badly this headlight needs to be replaced. But underneath the grill, the front grill, we are going to go for this screw here, right there. And then there's multiple pull tabs around. You've got some screws towards the front and some more pull tabs. They all got to come out. Okay, now we're going to go for some pull tabs. Okay, underneath the bumper here in the front, see this bolt right here, the silver one. I can't really point to it by where I'm sitting. That is a number 10, and so we got to loosen that up. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 more. We're going to go ahead and pull those out. Close screws and bolts and pull tabs. I'm just going to remove this covering plate. Set that to the side for now. Okay, our next step here is in the wheel well. Just 1, 2, 3, 4 pull tabs that we got to remove. Okay, my next step, I'm actually going to describe ahead of time because I'm kind of going to do it in one singular motion. This here, I'm going to kind of pull this apart and separate the inner wheel well from this black trim. And then we're going to pull the black trim back. It's got some built-in pull tabs going along here that are connected to the bumper itself. The important thing that we're trying to do is separate this trim and the interior of the wheel well from here in this line down. We can keep it connected up here, but we do not want it connected here. The next thing I'm going to do is just pull the trim back. The pull tab should pop out of the bumper gently, one by one. Okay, so now you can see we're disconnected from this line downward. Don't want to bend it too much, obviously. Keep that. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing side over here. Number 10. Okay, I have just disconnected the fog light electrical harness assemblies. I'm now going to remove the bumper. Like that. One of the bolts already removed. I'm going to go ahead and remove the other. Get number 10 bolt here. Okay, so electrical harness here. There's a tab underneath. Push on it right where I'm pushing. Pull out. Okay, just like that. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the video, I am going to be saving the bulbs. So we have to undo these wire harness assemblies, remove the bulbs, save those bulbs in a safe location until we can install them into our new headlight unit assembly, and then we can discard. One harness down. Move over here. It's simple pull tab system. Make sure that can be seen. Bulb's gonna come out here. Trying to be safe with it. Cool. We saved the bulb. Okay. That is the outer light. Okay. I'm gonna set this to the side for now. Finally, this last one, it looked a little different, so I had paused for a second. It's a simple twist counterclockwise. Get it out. The bulb is actually attached to the harness, and this one out unscrews from the front side. You can see the little locking mechanism in there, kind of L-shaped. You want to get that pin over like that, and then pull it right out. Almost looks like the bottom of a battery. Okay, so I did have to transfer over the wire harness assembly. Took a couple pictures and videos for myself as reference. There's little prongs and picks that hold the wiring harness assembly in place. Pretty self-explanatory. This is the main power line. It connects to a little prong pick system here. I'm going to start with the blinker, move to the middle, and then the ending line. Some paper out of here. It's a very specific pattern on how that's supposed to work. So if you don't get it right the first time, don't force it. Try different combinations of the locking mechanism. New headlight assembly came with some papers here, protective layers. I need to get that cleared out of the way, get access to the lock. Just paper. Set that aside. Middle light here does connect to the harness assembly directly. You can see there's a little lock on top where it's supposed to fit inside of here. Push it until you hear it click. Gently push this in here. Twist it so it's locked in place. Okay. Move to the last light on the end. Same thing. You can see there's prongs and a lock of how it's supposed to connect in there. Yeah, there's teeth that go into the plus and the minus. Clicks right in. Very nice. And I am gently pushing this back in here, making sure my wiring harness assembly stays in place to where it's supposed to be. Get myself some more wire, some more room to work. Good. 3 teeth. Okay, we are now locked in place. The bulbs have been replaced into the new headlight assembly. One other thing to mention, if you buy a new headlight assembly, this little gray tab, my new headlight assembly did not come with one of these gray tabs. You have to pull it off of the old one and stick it in there. It's just a prying and pulling. Obviously, be gentle. You want to preserve the part. You don't want to compromise it, break it, shatter it in any ways. I'm going to go ahead and install this in place, watching where I put it gently. To plug the electrical harness back in. You hear it click. Okay, so what I'm trying to do now, I've just hung the bumper on here. Before I proceed any further, the very next thing I'm going to do is start the car, test the lights. I would hate to put it all the way back together and the lights not even work. So here comes a test. Now I'm not going to go through the rest of the reassembly steps. Essentially, very happy with the result here. Just got to get this bottom plate back on and everything secured down. But it's been a pleasure. Thank you for joining today. Dallas DIY.